Did you know Shrek was going to be in Mortal Kombat 9? Halfway through development, however, Ed Boon decided that Shrek was much too violent for the Mortal Kombat series. DreamWorks was furious and decided to make its own game. DreamWorks decided on making a Shrek fighting game for the Game Boy Advance. DreamWorks was unaware that the Game Boy Advance was so 2000. There were going to be a few crossover characters in the game. These characters were going to be Corey, John Cena, and Joseph Stalin. It is unclear why the game didn't include these characters into the game, but it is heavily speculated that DreamWorks couldn't get the licenses to both Corey and Cena. They also thought Stalin was the bad guy from Germany, not the Soviet Union. The Shrek Game Boy Advance game went on to be the only game on the handheld to be rated adult only. It said it was rated adult only because Shrek's farts would smell like onions and run Jeremy's hair. Did you know Shrek was going to have his own DLC story in Grand Theft Auto 4? The plot would have had Shrek moving away from his swamp to an even more filthier habitat known as Liberty City, which is an even less filthy parody of New York City. Shrek was given the usual weapons you would expect from Grand Theft Auto, but given a different set of extra weapons. These weapons included were the Onion Blaster, Swamp Breathalyzer, and Shrek's Love Gun. Fiona would have been featured in the game as well, along with the Hulk. Hulk was set up as the antagonist of the game and would have kidnapped Fiona. Dialogue is found in the Grand Theft Auto 4 text codes where Hulk asks Fiona after beating her up, "Do it hurt your poochie?" She would then reply, "It hurts, but I do it for Shrek." Shrek would have then battled the Hulk in a climactic giant battle that can still be found in the game text code and can be unlocked if you send me $20. The Shrek expansion pack would have been called This Is My Swamp. Rockstar eventually scratched the game and left it undeveloped. Instead, it decided to make the less ogre-filled expansion pack, The Lost and Damned. Dan Houser, the vice president of Rockstar, commented on the game in an interview with IGN. He is quoted as saying, "The ending of the game reminded us all of Nicki Minaj, in which it was forgettable." He is then reported of splooging on Greg Miller from IGN. Did you know Shrek the 5th game was a highly anticipated game for the Xbox One, Wii U, and the Sega Genesis until it was scrapped? Using an original story, it would have Shrek go through a midlife crisis and divorce Fiona. Shrek would then hit up the clubs and throw onions at the strippers. Funny puns were thrown around the game as well, such as, "Your anus is about to be Shrek. Baby, you got more layers than an onion. Damn girl, your ass is fatter than my boy Donkey. And I'm about to boot your puss." The game would have then ended with Shrek given a choice between saving Fiona or eating a lifetime supply of onions. But DreamWorks thought it was a stupid idea. They thought no gamer would ever choose Fiona, as a set of onions were always a better choice. Mike Myers, the voice of Shrek, even reportedly went to his mom's house to punch her uterus. We don't get why he did that either. Did you know the Shrek video games were all originally going to be rated mature in the United States? The games were each going to feature a minigame similar to Grand Theft Auto's minigame, Hot Coffee. The minigame would have featured Donkey mounting the dragon from Shrek. When asked why the minigame was scrapped, Eddie Murphy had this to say, "It just didn't give the feel of being Donkey, you know? Also, I'm Kanye West." Eddie Murphy would not further comment. Shrek 2, the video game, went on to win several Game of the Year awards and an Oscar for Best Actress. Cameron Diaz told E! News in an interview, "I love Shrek. I have all the merchandise." Diaz then showed her copy of the Shrek 2 video game. Fun fact is that Diaz actually never voiced Fiona in the video games. Fiona was instead voiced by Jack Black. Well, that's all for today, but make sure to follow us at TheFilmmaker207 on Twitter. And if you like this video, feel free to share this video with your friends and family on Facebook or Twitter. Hell, even Instagram would do. If you don't share or like the video, you also admit that you support the Ku Klux Klan. See you next time, you ogres.
Donkey! Oh, right! My burrow blast!